Hello and welcome to my home and welcome to our sacred space that I have prepared for us today. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily pick a card. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that everybody's doing well. I'm so excited. I love you guys. I think you're the greatest, and I know I say that all the time, but I really mean it. So I hope you feel it, because I feel your energy. It's really exciting to me. So I've actually already shuffled. I'm kind of just shuffling for show, or even out of a little bit of, yeah, I still get a little nervous when when we get together like this. I do. I still get a little nervous. Anyway, if you've never done a tarot pick a card, it's easy to do. You just follow along with the video. I'm going to put some card toppers on here. I realize that I haven't done that yet. In fact, let's go ahead and just use what we have on the table. So we have, we'll call that the red jewel. This is the Howlite pyramid. We'll put that one here. We have the pink jewel. We'll put here. And last but not least, we have the miniature cup of coffee. Here, I'll show it up close. All right, and there we go. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Now, I'm going to check and make sure that everything's within the frame. I've made some terrible mistakes recently on my latest videos. I'm going to try not to do that anymore. I want to make sure that you can see your cards. That's what. A few times it hasn't quite worked out that way. Okay, so there are a few things I guess I need to say, and that is, these are general readings, so do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't make life-altering choices or decisions made on this or any other video pick a card. But you can connect with me on Keen. I have my information below in the description box of this video on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I'm going to try to leave that information also on Facebook for you guys too. What else do I want to say besides thanks again for being here? I think that's it. This is pretty self-explanatory, so just follow along. Some people pick more than one card, and that is absolutely fine. In fact, oftentimes, and I think I will this time too, go ahead and spread them all out at the end and find a common theme. So that if you have chosen all the cards, we have that for you. Also, even if you haven't chosen all the cards, we do have timestamps. So in other words, if you picked the pink stone, you can skip ahead to the pink, and then you can go ahead to the last timestamp and see them all spread out for the common theme and kind of get a little bit more detail there. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. Delicious. You know, I tried to remember to tell you guys, go ahead and bring your favorite beverage along while we visit, because I really think it adds a personal touch, right? Like we're together, and I do kind of imagine that we are, so that we're sitting together at a table and we're talking. That is how it feels to me, and it really does fulfill me in that way. So okay, let's go ahead and see what we have. I think I've said everything I need to say so far. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to ring the bell before each reading. So we'll go ahead and ring that bell now. We're going to look and see what's under our red jewel here. We have a cat card for you. We have a healing the mind and spirit card. And we have an everyday witch tarot card. So let's start with our healing the mind and spirit. Renew your relationship through loving action. The relationship is living, alive in the present. It isn't a thing of the past. And your affirmation is, I honor my relationships with loving care and attention. Okay, so your cat card is the Nine of Pentacles, and it is about success. And your Five of Wands card, you can see all these people here. Try to see if you can get a look at their faces. Okay. Now, let's put this one up here because we're going to talk about the Five of Wands. We're going to put these down here. Can you still see them? Yes. Okay. So, right now we're talking about relationships. And this right here could be relationships at work. It looks like you're all working on a project together. This Five of Wands is about a lot of energies that can be very difficult to deal with because there are a lot of different people with a lot of different energies. Now, you're already successful because we have that right here. And we also have you renewing your relationships. So what can you do in this situation? Well, basically, you can't change any of these people. You can't make them do what you want them to do, right? But what you can do is keep your side of the street clean, which means you can control yourself and make sure that you are acting in a successful way, that you are acting, that you're not hurting anyone, that you're being reasonable, and you know, that kind of thing, keeping your nose clean. So again, like I said, you can't change anything anybody else is doing, but your presence of being calm, knowing success, being successful, being calm, and knowing that these energies are valid can really help you in this situation. So basically what I'm reading with this is that you have a lot of energies around you, and it seems like it's your responsibility to be the one that is seeing each person as an individual and yet continuing to work with them as a group, and hopefully being able to move forward in some way with your calm presence. And that's kind of a very specific reading, so I think it's very interesting. So if that resonated with you, do let me know. I'm very interested about that. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our Howlite pyramid. So I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell, and we'll see what we have under the Howlite pyramid. Oh, what is that cat? It's the Two of... Oh, it's the Two of Swords because of his teeth are the swords. Okay. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is a unity card. And then we have your Healing the Mind and Spirit card. In this world, we learn through relationships, not things. You can't take your things with you when you leave. And your affirmation is, I release my attachment to things. You know, with this card, there may be one particular thing that you are holding on to that maybe isn't helpful. Something, just keep that in mind. In this world, we learn through relationships, and let's just keep that relationships part in mind also. Especially because we have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a relationship card. Now, with this one, early on, we had all these energies, and these were all people that could be co-workers, but they're not necessarily those people that we count on. They are people that we have to deal with and people that we are interacting with. But these guys are your ride or die mates. You know what I mean? These are your real friends, the Three of Cups. And it looks like there's a decision that needs to be made. This is the Two of Swords. And this has to do with making an important decision. And what is asked of you when you see this card is that you step back and you really try to see the whole picture. That before you make that decision, that you truly look at all sides. That may mean talking to your mates about it. In fact, I really feel like that's why your mates are here. That this is something that this decision doesn't need to be made alone. This decision needs to be made with great consideration. This may have to do with relationships or things as far as that goes. And we're just going to leave it at that. I never even used the easel, did I? Sorry, guys. I know sometimes that makes it easier for you to see the cards. So I'll spend a few seconds here with the cards up on the easel. Okay, I am going to have another sip of coffee because for some reason I am having a dry mouth situation. So pardon me a moment. Again, can I thank you guys for being here? Oh, you know what I should have said and I didn't, and I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up if you're liking this video. If you don't like the video, or even if you just don't like the cards that you were given, give me a thumbs down. Both of those things actually do a lot for me. It's interaction, and I really enjoy that from you guys. So, also leave comments. Do subscribe to this video, to this channel, because it really helps out a lot. And also, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload, because I upload intermittently, irregularly, but usually more than a couple of times a week. So that way you know when I have posted something. So let's go ahead and see. Let's ring the bell, and we're going to see what we have with the pink jewel. The Ace of Wands, a very creative card. Creativity. Magical. Making things out of thin air. Your affirmation from your Healing the Mind and Spirit cards, or your thought: you can learn more when there are many obstacles than when there are few or none. I perceive my difficulties as opportunities for spiritual growth. That's your affirmation. Well, that's very interesting. I really like that. I perceive my difficulties as opportunities for spiritual growth. And I didn't realize that. Did you know that? That you can learn more when there are many obstacles than when there are few or none. I understand that. I agree with that. I think it's true. I just never heard it put quite that way before. Your everyday witch card is Judgment. It's very different than other decks with Judgment. Very different. But it has the same meaning. I looked it up. I looked it up in the Everyday Witch book. And what we have here, can you see that? I think you can. Okay, what we have here with the Ace of Wands, what was the thought again? It was like difficult situations can sometimes bring you, I'm paraphrasing and I'm doing it wrong. I perceive my difficulties as opportunities for spiritual growth. Now, here's the thing, and with your Judgment card, I think you're judging yourself a little bit too harshly. And the reason I say that is because of our perceiving your difficulties as opportunities. I think that you've had some obstacles and that you feel like you aren't as far along as you would have liked to have been. However, you need to give yourself a break, okay? Give yourself a break. Those difficulties were there to teach you. And also, look what's coming. The Ace of Wands, a burst of creativity where you can actually make something out of almost nothing, really. So, yeah, I would say, now there are different interpretations I could come up with, but I really feel like for most of you, this is what's going on with you, that you're judging yourself too harshly. For others of you, you may be judging someone else, but I really feel like for most of you, this is about you being hard on yourself. But there's a promise with this Ace of Wands of coming through whatever this is that you're trying to accomplish with great creativity and almost a magical outcome. So that's really kind of cool and beautiful, I think. So, there's something I think that is very interesting. Never mind. I thought these were the same size, but they are not. Okay, there's that. If I were editing, I would cut that out, but I don't. I don't even have an editing program just yet. And I know I need to get a new mic. Maria, yes, I'm listening. I know you're right. I need a new mic. I've picked one out, so I just need to get to a point where I can get it. So, okay, let's go ahead and see what's under the little coffee. We'll ring the bell. If you chose the miniature coffee cup, these are going to be, you know what? I'm going to have another sip of coffee, by the way. That's some thick, dark coffee today, guys. That is some New Orleans style. All right, let's see what we have here. Continue to listen, to learn, and to love, even if someone else is angry, hurt, or fearful. I can tell you that can be very difficult to do, especially if they're angry with you and calling names and being awful. But I try. I am not affected by the negative emotions of others. This one must be for me because this is very, very, very difficult for me. I am often affected by the negative emotions of others, especially when they are directed toward me. So this is something this is an affirmation I feel like I could really use, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to say that several times to myself today in the mirror. I am not affected by the negative emotions of others, because sometimes it's someone that you love and care about that is hurting and that needs to be heard. Yeah, I will say I'm not the one to hang up the phone. So it does have, anyway, let's move forward. Let's see what else we have. We have the Page of Cups. Okay. So this cat, it's the cat deck. So it's cute and funny. So what I'm going to let you know about the Page of Cups is very youthful energy, okay? In this sense, the Page of Cups can be a very creative force, very youthful, very creative force. But with this Page of Cups, this is really talking about deep feelings, and also it's talking about looking at a page. The Page of Cups really needs to look deeply at their own feelings and before they move forward, because a lot of times the Page of Cups is so useful. They're doing things like drinking out of the toilet, not really knowing exactly why one might not want to do that, okay? But it is talking about your feelings and your motives. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Go ahead and stop and take that time to think about that. And also acknowledge your creativity. Now, with these feelings, and also with this, I'm not affected by the negative emotions of others. And then we have coming in this Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is not about feelings and emotions. This could be somebody, this could be you, this could be, think of things more logically, think of things more in an intellectual way rather than your feelings. But I really feel like this is someone else. This is someone outside of you. This may be a boss. This may be someone who has no feelings for you. And here you are with all these feelings, and here they are with sometimes their negative emotions. And what you need to realize is that it doesn't really even have anything to do with you. Whatever this person is saying or doing that seems to be affecting you, that seems to be affecting your creativity, maybe even hurting your feelings, it really has more to do with them and not you. okay? So try not to take it personally. And that is your reading today. Don't take it personally. This this King of Swords, did I say Knight of Swords? I'm the meaning is the same. I had the meaning right if I had the name of the card wrong. Um there you are with all your emotions and feelings on your sleeve. Here you are feeling possibly affected by this person. Also, if you are this person, if this is supposed to be you, this is you to become, if you can, sorry about the noise outside. If you can move from the page to the King of Swords and be a little bit more logical, that can help your situation. That's an alternative meaning for someone else. So let's go ahead and ring the bell, because we're going to go ahead and put this all together. Let's see what happens when we move these. I'm going to put them affirmation side up. Our healing the mind and spirit cards. We have honoring your relationships with love and care. We have releasing your attachment to things and clinging more to people. We have learning, perceiving your difficulties as opportunities. And we have not being affected by others' negative emotions. With our cat cards, we have the success card right here. We also have the magical creativity card. We have don't judge too harshly and a decision to be made. We have, and we also have our, here we are. I kind of messed up there. Okay, we have a decision to be made here. And then we have our youthful energy that might be getting our feelings hurt over things that maybe we shouldn't worry about so much. Okay, we also have, am I judging too harshly? I have all these energies to work with, and it's been difficult. These are my ride or die friends. This is who I need to talk to right now. This person may have been hurting my feelings, or maybe I need to be more like this person in order to be a little bit less affected by the feelings of those around me. So altogether, I would say what this is, if you were taking all the cards and all the readings, and what would this possibly mean for you? Talk to your friends about your decisions. Be careful about judging yourself too harshly. This is all about success, really. It's all about success. It's also about protecting yourself, protecting your feelings. This is about protecting yourself, keeping your side of the street clean, so that you know that you're creating, that you're not creating chaos. That instead that you're creating something that people can benefit from. Really, it's very, I mean, I don't know that I can add anything that I haven't already said. It looks like a very positive reading, except for there are a few things here that make life interesting. If life were easy, it would be boring. So with all that in mind, that's what I have for you today. I sure appreciate you being here. Do like this video, do subscribe to my channel, do give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, do give me comments of any kind. I do have to take the really bad ones down, and if it's an ad, I can't keep that up either, so sorry about that, guys. But I do look forward to seeing you sometime very soon in the very near future. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Next time.